Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and we are back once again with our black-white control list. So we are 3-1 at the moment, currently with a profit of 500 gold, 2 rares and an uncommon, which is a pretty good place to be in competitive constructed. As long as you can get 2 wins without getting 2 losses, then you are actually netting something out of it, though. I don't know, a rare and 2 uncommons with the chance of them being rares is fine, I suppose, but getting any higher than that's pretty good. So we're going to be trying to get 4-1, which actually nets me 700 gold for this particular league. We don't actually get any better rares on this one, but I think if we get 5 wins, then we double our gold, mostly anyway, over double our gold, and we get 3 rares guaranteed. So that's going to be pretty good. Do I think I'm going to 5-1? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think this deck's really good, and it's definitely capable of doing it, but you never know. Whenever I record, my luck just gets thrown out the window. We're doing alright, though, so far. 3-1. Pretty good. Without further ado, though, let's get into the games, and I'll see you there. Okay, we've got turn 1 Fountain of Renewal, turn 2 Removal, or Compass and a Karn later down the line. I think this hand is just fine. It's interactive. It is a nice grindy hand. And it has decent mana. So, yeah, I can't really complain about this one. Do we want to lead off with white or black? I guess we lead off with white, so he thinks that we're mono-white life getting or something like that. Waits for our pride mates. Yeah, Johnny's pride mate. That dude. Another blue deck. Another Herald. Alright, well, is this the mono blue tempo deck that I thought it was? I'm certainly going to be smashing this Herald into the ground, though. If it is mono blue tempo, then taking down their creatures so they can't put their Curious Obsessions on something is a really good idea. Still blue. And passes. Okay. That looks to me like they have a creature, but they want to try and protect it. That's what that seems like. So do I play Compass, or do I try to smash their creature immediately with a cast down? I guess I play Compass. That resolved immediately. Interesting. I play Compass because if he makes me do nothing in my turn, then at least I can thin my deck and grab a land. Oh yeah, this is definitely mono blue tempo, and that is definitely a dead Jin. I'm going to use Vraska's Contempt because I know that this deck runs the mono blue. I want to say Supreme Will, but I know it's not correct. Spell Pierce, that's the one. They use Spell Pierce, which is a counter unless you pay 2. Having cast down, I can actually kill a creature and pay the 2 for the Spell Pierce. Now, Storm Tamer is also disgusting. I'm going to cast down the Night Veil Sprite. Storm Tamer can counter any spell that targets you or a creature you control, so it counters Settle the Wreckage, and it also counters removal spells. If I slam down this Night Veil Sprite, though, we kill the Surveil, but then he gets to probably resolve a Curious Obsession on Storm Tamer, but at least it nullifies this ability a little bit. Whereas if I wait for him to untap, I go to kill his Sprite or whatever he attaches his Obsession to, which is always going to be Sprite. Then he just counters for 1 mana, and then he's got a Sprite with Obsession and a Surveil before it draws, which is really bad. Okay, taking 1. Could this be the first time I beat this deck? God, that'd be great. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I've lost to it every single time. It is just grim. So we're going to play the planes that he knows about. Play Karn, playing around Spell Pierce. They do run Wizard's Retorts as well in this deck. It is just... yeah. It's just flyers, counters, and Curious Obsession. That is literally the composition of this deck. It is obnoxious. And I despise it. We are on 27 life though, so Another Tempest Djinn. Tempest Djinn should make quick work of that. That's pretty good, though. Yeah, I think I wiped the board here. Just kill this. Keep his creatures off the board. His deck doesn't do much without it. And now we have Aspires, which can keep his Curious Obsession creature down. I think we're in actually a really solid position. We're out of cards. Our opponent clearly has card advantage on us, but this deck doesn't really care all that much. Because of the incidental life gain you get from Fountain of Renewal. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. It just really negates the need to constantly answer things. Like, I can just answer things when I'm good and ready. Play Fountain. This means he's got Spell Pierce in hand, so we're going to play around that forever. Good to know. I don't think it has Ops in this deck. He certainly would Opt right there if he had it. You going to make me use my Spires? You are. Okay. So, makes me go through all of that. Mist-Cloaked Herald. Okay. Gain 2 life, up to 31. Profane Procession is really good. Really good indeed. That is a removal spell that the ability can be countered, but it can also be reused. So he has to have Wizard's Retort here, or a Negate, or whatever he runs, and he's had enough. Game 1 down. Okay, this deck. Ritual Assuts are coming in. I'm inclined to take out Settle the Wreckage, though, because it is so easily disrupted. We're going to bring in Cast Downs, Cravings. I honestly think we just bring in every form of removal we actually have, which includes Ixalan's Bindings. And we just removal smash our opponent. Let's go down Compass. Let's go down... Eldest Reborns are probably bad. They're too expensive, I think. I don't want them stuck in my hand. There's nothing really to hit with them all that much. If I was to bring in Bindings, what would I take out? It would probably be the Settle the Wreckages and maybe the Profane Procession. I do like Procession, but sometimes it's a little bit too cute. I always like to include a meanie card in any deck that I build, and Profane Procession is certainly, I think, the memeiest. But it is a solid card all the same. I think it's found its home in this deck. As you can see, like, in that particular matchup, just having removal on hand at any possible point was pretty great. It was very hard to interact with. If only the deck had Disallow. Take out Bindings. I don't know. I kind of like the hand as it is, to be honest. I think we're just going to take it like this. Removal, removal, removal. Idea being that we just out-removal our opponent's counter spells. Because that's their answer to this. We have a Cast Down. We don't have the white for Dawn of Hope, but we are on the draw. We have a wipe later down the line. This hand isn't amazing. This actually could be the hand that ruins us. Because if he counters this, we are in a bit of trouble. I think I'm going to mulligan it. Fountain, Moment of Craving. Yeah, this is better. I need a land, though. So we have turn 1 Fountain. We hopefully have turn 2 Moment of Craving. That's obnoxious. Okay, so play this. Gain a little bit of life, that'll buy us a lot of time. Our opponent will drop down probably a Sprite. No, okay. We have a cautious opponent. Land. Yes. Alright. I think this is treasure map time. If my opponent's going to play cautious, I'm just going to tick up a treasure map. If this eats a counterspell, all the better, because what I really want... Syncopate X1, sure. All I really want is my removal to resolve. I don't really care about anything else sticking on this board. Not for a very long time. Okay. Beautiful. Do I run Procession into a counterspell? I don't think I do. I think I hold Moment of Craving. I need a land as well so that I can Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, there's your... Huh? Where was my response? Do I not get to respond? Oh, that's fine. Curious Obsession. There it is. And here comes his counterspell. But that allows me to land Profane Procession, so eventually we get to 5 mana. Yeah, okay. So he gets his 3/3. If we get a land, I content the crap out of it. Most likely. If we don't, I play Procession. So hope for no land drop. You've got the land drop though, haven't you? Yep. If you've ever played against this deck, you will know that it gets absolutely everything it wants at any time. Except for that. No counterspell for you. I was expecting Spell Pierce, honestly. So Procession is really good. I don't know if it runs Blink of Eye in the sideboard. If it does, then that's not permanently going to stick. And I need my land drop so that I can at least try to contempt the Tricksters. Herald. And nothing. Yeah, that's a counterspell. That's Syncopate, is that, if I've ever seen it. Oh, come on, game. I really want to beat this deck once. That'd be nice. Yay, more Tricksters. We're gonna lose! Woo! No land drops. My favourite. I think you could class this as flooding for our opponent, though. Then again, they've drawn extra cards. So, they're at 47, we're at 49. 2 extra cards on us. It's about to be 3. Give me a land. Any land. It's not like the thing that I'm going to cast is going to resolve anyway. Sprite. Up to 13 land drop, please. I beg of you. This is deeply saddening. Counter this, please. Please. Oh, I was really hoping that would be a counter. Oh, bounce it. Whatever you can do to just empty your hand for very little value is really good for me. It's another Trickster. Alright. 9 damage. Plus a Surveil, plus a card draw. I need him to not have a counter spell and for us to draw a white mana. But neither of those things are reasonable for me to ask, apparently. We're living in magical Christmas land where I don't live. I'm not allowed. I'm banned. Tempest Djinn. Okay. Yeah, it's land, settle, and no counter or bust. There's land. All attack me, please. Tap out as well, maybe. Oh, there we go. He's got his counter. And that's game. Storm Tamer plays around Settle the Wreckage. He can all attack all he wants now. Yeah. I hate this deck. I hate it with a burning passion. Alright. Nothing to change here, I don't think. Maybe Settles are going out and Bindings are coming in, honestly. They're good as long as they don't have Storm Tamers. But that deck runs perfectly and they always have Storm Tamers, so... Bring in the Bindings. I think it's just a bad card for this situation. Relies on too much going right and nothing ever does. Alright, turn 4 Ritual of Soot. I've got nothing else to bait removal out though, is the problem. And this is definitely turn 1 Herald, turn 2 Obsession, and then they just get to draw cards like crazy until then. That's the problem. Like, this hand would be perfectly fine against any other deck, again, other than the one we're playing against. There's no way this hits. I need white mana with this hand. I'm going to keep this one. At least it has a fountain on one. And bottom that, I need land. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a loss again. I still cannot beat this deck to save my life. Turn 1 Herald or Storm Tamer, pick your poison. There it is. There we get a binding, which is not a land. Ah. Curious Obsession. It's unbearably predictable. Oh my god. Yeah, draw a card, which is a counter spell. Are you just going to play another Storm Tamer? No, going to hold up in that counter spell. We don't get a land, so we play a treasure map. My opponent's Spell Pierce in his hand is currently holding priority, so he's going to Spell Pierce me here by the looks of it. Yeah. Opponent smacks me, plays a land. We did it in a different order. Alright. We take 2, he draws a card. Probably doesn't play anything because he has no reason to. He could play a Tempest Djinn though. Ooh, it's a Mistcloaked Herald. Okay. He has Wizard's Retort open now. We probably don't draw a land. That's the wrong land. It might as well not even exist. Alright. Yeah, this is grim. Well, at least I got a game out of him. I can be happy that that happened. Stuck it to him once. Yeah. Draws a card. Where's he Tempest Djinn? You should have played that a while ago, right? And then again, he has to hold up in his Wizard's Retort, so it's Merfolk Trickster on my end step. It's like, even if I get to this binding, it's never going to resolve. Alright, so he Tricksters me on M step. Oh, wow. Okay, he's not entirely predictable. I'm going to cast down this Storm Tamer and eat a counterspell, though. That's what I'm definitely going to do. Alright. Boop. Counter. You only have 1 mana. I have a counterspell that makes you have to pay 2. Yeah, you do. Good times. Good times. Draws a card. I'm so glad we had this Fountain of Renewal. We'd have been dead ages ago. If it weren't for this little bit of life gain. But good God, I need a land. White mana. 1 time. Anytime. Good God. Treasure map. Counterspell. Because he knows that I'm mana screwed, so he should obviously kill this scry ability to keep me mana screwed. Yep. The problem is, like, there is a crazy world in which I can actually come back from this, which is the only reason I haven't scooped 10 hours ago. If I can just eat enough counterspells and get white mana, we can maybe do something. It's theoretically possible that they're all lands. It's definitely not the case. There's Tempest Djinn, that's sped up the clock a bit. Okay. Now I need 2 white mana off the top. 1 is fine for now, though. Thank you. Alright, let's try an Ixalan's Binding Tempest Djinn. I'd love to go for the Storm Tamer. But he can sack it in response, so we don't actually lose the bind ability. This actually slows his clock down. Also potentially just makes him crack the Storm Tamer anyway. Dive down. Oh my god. Yeah. The winner has it all. Mm-hmm. Taking 9. We can try to bind the Tempest Djinn again. But 1 counterspell of any sort whatsoever will absolutely do it. There isn't a single counterspell in his hand that won't do it. There you go. There's a counterspell for you. It's a treasure map. Yay! Good times. Alright. So we go to target Tempest Djinn, he sacks his Storm Tamer, we're dead. But he probably just uses a counterspell in his hand. Yep, for the ultimate rubbins. Wow. And that's game. Alright, that wasn't very fun. Let's concede. I hate this deck. I've still not won against it. Don't like it. Will never like it. Do I think it needs bannings? Probably not, to be honest. I think it's just... I don't know. I don't know what makes... It's just not fun. I think is the problem. And I think when a deck is not fun to play against, people scream bans, and I think that is definitely incorrect. I think if you were to play it, that would be a barrel of laughs. I'm sure my opponent is laughing absolutely uncontrollably on the other side of his keyboard. I am not, because I absolutely just got stomped there, but you know. We've got Grimm's Captain's Call. Hatchery Spiders. Okay, I suppose. I think this has got some uses, maybe not in Constructed, I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's a little expensive, to be honest. If it was like 5 mana with a smaller body, that'd be awesome. But it is not. And our Mythic is Chromium. Yeah, Chromium's pretty good. I don't know how many Chromiums I've actually got. Let's find out, shall we? I know I've probably got 1 or 2 already. Yeah, I got 2. I think that's about as many as you ever want with Chromium, because it is kind of the Esper Control Wincon alternative, really. I haven't seen too much of this card. It's not terrible, but, you know. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get our win there, so that is the end of Competitive Constructed. There will be one last video, though. I'll probably run it through the competitive queue for the Patreon and Twitch subscribers and things like that. So if you do want to see that kind of thing and you want to support the channel, then doing a donation on Patreon as little as $1 a month, or subscribing on Twitch. I do hope to get back into Twitch streaming in the near future. It's just been a little bit hectic recently, so I haven't managed to do that. But a Twitch subscription or a donation on Patreon allows you to either get to the Patreon feed or the subscriber Discord as well, where I post a 4th video of every single deck that I make each week, and you get to go watch all of the old ones as well. You get to get the full backlog, so if that's something you're interested in, then I greatly appreciate any support. But other than that, I enjoy the fact that you guys have been watching, and I hope you've enjoyed watching all the same. And yeah, I will see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye.